This is Fat Guy Radio Show, part of the BDB Radio Network.
This is Philippius, the executive producer of Fat Guy Radio Show. I may not say much on the show, and I'm certainly not as fat as Corey. But one thing people don't know about me, when I do my online shopping, I do it all through the Shop Amazon tab on FatGuyRadioShow.com. You should too. Not only does it help the show, but it keeps Corey calm during business meetings. You don't know what it's like to bear witness to an angry fat man. So be like me and shop Amazon through the Shop Amazon tab on our website, or shop directly at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Amazon, and thank you for keeping Corey calm.
It's Fat Guy Radio Show.
Oh, son of a monkey. We're back.
Son of a monkey?
We're back, man. It's another fun-filled Fat Guy Radio. It's another fun-filled Fat Guy Radio Show, everybody, for you. Orly, you know, we are, I punched out, of course, on social media. And you're very good at social media, and that includes, you know, getting your tweets up on national television. We understand that, and
I can see that. That was beautiful.
How could I not see it? But every once in a while, you know, we try to get in on the hashtag game. You know what I'm saying? Like hashtag Fat Guy Radio Show, hashtag badass internet radio program, hashtag
funniest shiz around.
Yeah. The hashtags are the bee's knees.
It's supposed to go like this. Hashtag.
Oh, with the little two fingers crossed around.
Hashtag it up.
Cross it, hashtagging.
Just don't do it wrong, because in some areas you'll get shot if you do the wrong thing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, probably down in Lil D's neighborhood.
Yeah,
probably get shot.
Lil D's hood.
Well, there was another hashtag today called hashtag National Send a Nude Day.
Wow.
Now, I don't understand why that has to be a holiday of some sort, but the question, Orly, that you have, and I have as well, is who the hell is coming up with these hashtag random holiday hashtags?
I am.
Lip, you're coming up with them?
Yes.
Today's, I think, was just some perv on Twitter or something that was like, hey, how about you send me a nudie?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just snap me some of your good goods and send them on over to Twitter? Because, dude, Twitter, I realized, is just laced with porn.
Yes.
It literally is.
You ever get the random, like, fake accounts that follow you and it's like some dirty pictures, the profile picture?
Yeah, that's all who follow me are fake accounts. That's it. You know?
Have you like searched a hashtag yet on Twitter?
No.
I think you have.
But okay, maybe allegedly, maybe. Okay.
Was there anything good in there?
By the way, thanks for not sending me one.
Was there a lot of kitties, or was there a lot of eggplants?
See, that's the thing. Is the eggplant Friday thing is the one thing. But it seems like, you know, if you can't find a
real quick, he said kitties like cats, not like kids.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. Oh, yeah.
We don't need the police raiding the studio.
Yeah, get your mind out of. Yeah, kitty cats. I look at cat pictures all the time.
I know you do.
Not at all. But today was National Send a Nude Day, and
which I haven't done.
You have. You sent me a nude earlier. Oh wait, that wasn't you.
No, that wasn't me.
Well, you know, you guys all look alike. Maybe that was Orly.
No, thank you.
No, Orly doesn't send.
I just turned off my phone for the day.
My phone was blowing up all day, and thank you, everybody. But National Send a Nude Day, hashtag Send a Nude Day. I decided that since there are people just sitting around making the internet do whatever it is, we've got the full article up on AfterTheLevels.com if you want to check it out. I think we should come up with some hashtag national days.
All right.
We're American, right?
We're
hashtag Listener Radio Day.
Hashtag Listener Radio Day. So I think we should come up with some. We should find some patriotic music since it's going to be national. You know, it's a national hashtag
national
thing.
holiday.
Oh.
So I have one. I think we should have a National Back Spots Day where everybody just posts pictures of the spots on their back. Who doesn't have spots on their back? How many times have you seen somebody at the beach and you're like, man,
I want to scrape that off their back.
No, ew. Not that you want to scrape them off the back. You kind of want to take a magic marker and just connect the dots and see what picture comes up.
That would be cool.
Orly, what do you got?
I got National What Is This Thing Growing on My Leg Day.
And just post pictures of just weird skin growth. National Upside Down iPhone Screen Day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one because you know what? No one will ever be able to do it because you can never turn your iPhone screen upside down because all of your apps rotate. So I think we'll just have a whole lot of people just sitting there with their phones just flipping upside down.
It drives me crazy, especially when they didn't quite do it straight, they didn't quite do it upside down. It's kind of sideways. As soon as you start to turn it, it flips.
The thing is that they would never be able to post a picture of that because they would have to literally have a second iPhone in order to take a picture of their iPhone upside down day.
Exactly.
And post it on social media.
True. You got one, Lip?
No, I don't have one.
Of course not.
He didn't come prepared.
No, that's okay.
How about National Wear 2 Pairs of Underwear Day?
Do you know how much shrinkage and sweatage that would cause? I mean, sweatage to the nth degree of sweatage.
How about National Mustard Day?
National Mustard
probably
Day?
is.
That probably already exists.
I looked up
think
some,
so?
and there's some weird ones.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
National Hairball Day, Hairball Awareness
Where
Day.
you lick your cat?
National Nothing Day is actually something. Believe it or not, it's January 16th.
What about March 2nd, National Old Stuff Day?
I've got one. This one would have to be celebrated before Christmas. National. What? Oh, sorry. Lady K just told us Wally's on. She can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Lady K. Wally's off. I have one. This one right before Christmas. National Santa's Not Real Day. Right before Christmas.
That would make kids cry.
Yeah. Along with
love
National No
Christmas.
Easter Bunny.
I'm okay with that.
How about National Don't Drive in the Carpool Lane unless you have 2 people in your car day?
Or 4 if you're in California.
That drives me crazy.
How about National Left Pinky Toe Day? Everybody's got to post a picture of their left pinky toe. Have you ever tried to take a picture with your right hand on your left side?
No.
It's almost like when you think about it, my right hand has never touched my right elbow.
Your right hand, isn't it? Nope.
Unless you got like really long hands.
National Goat Balls Day.
National, what do you do that day?
You just go around and take pictures of goat balls.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Right? Mm-hmm. I'd do it.
Can you get goat milk too?
You can, while you're there.
How about National Hug an Australian Day?
Hug an Australian Day. I got one, Lip. Instead of Eggplant Fridays, which everybody posts pictures up of the dang-dangs. Instead of Eggplant Fridays, for guys like me, it'll be Little Cuties Tuesday.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
With Corey Blaze on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Casey's Coast to Coast.
We're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a up-tempo record every time I do a death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last time I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying.
Casey's Top 40.
Live from the BDB Radio Network Studios, it's Fat Guy Radio Show featuring Corey Blaze with Philippius and Orly. Counting the hours until the buffet opens, here's your host, Corey Blaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to a little bit of Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com. At the top of the hour, we're going to be giving away a 1994 Nissan Versa. When you want to go fast, this car is going to leave you behind, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be caller 10 for the Versa. Right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Crazy, but that's how it goes.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Fat Guy Radio Show coming at you live. Heard in 79 countries with over 450,000 downloads. Welcome to your funniest interactive worldwide internet radio show and podcast. Find us free, always free, on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, the in-car AHA radio app, and always on FatGuyRadioShow.com. I'm your host, Corey Blaze. Interact with me and the guys during the show. Live tweet us when you can hear Wally in the background at Fat Guy Radio Show. Like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Fat Guy Radio Show, all one word.
I bet you there's some. I know we have new listeners tonight.
Yeah, we do.
I personally invited some new people.
Yes.
And I bet you they were scrambling around the internet trying to find the number to call in. I want that Versa.
I want that 1996 Nissan Versa. When I go fast, Nissan Versa. All right, folks, today's show is brought to you by the hottest new app available in the iTunes Store and the Google Play Store for your smartphone. Download the free Bravo Tip or Pay app. The Bravo Tip or Pay app is a simple, easy way to tip or pay. Avoid having to donate up to $7 for withdrawing cash out from an ATM to tip your driver, your barista, waitress, or bellhop. The Bravo Tip or Pay app is safe, secure way to say thank you with a couple of bucks. Here's the thing. If you have a coffee shop that you frequent and your favorite barista brews your cup of joe just the exact way you like it, when you leave a tip in the tip jar, that tip gets split up amongst everybody working that shift. Make sure that the tip gets where it needs to go. Download the Bravo Tip or Pay app, introduce it to your favorite barista. You can tip them with a thank you note, or you can tip them confidentially. Try Bravo Tip or Pay app today at trybravo.com or through the banner on our website. The Bravo Tip or Pay app is a better way to pay, and I'm going to my Bravo Tip or Pay app right now because I think I owe my little brother $10. Yep. Nope. Oh, look who's here, Lil D. Ladies and gentlemen, has joined the program.
Long time no see, Lil D.
You drummed him up with what you said last week, talking about, I miss him. I told you, you can't say his name because he gonna be here.
It's like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times and it just pops up out of nowhere.
It's not Beetlejuice. It's like when you go in the bathroom at midnight and look in the mirror and you say red rum. Which is murder backwards. What movie is that from?
And I murder him.
The Shining?
This, I don't remember. Yeah, I think so.
What was that movie?
I think it was The Shining, wasn't it?
No, there was another one too. He had like a hook or something. What was his name?
Oh, Captain Hook?
No, Candyman.
Oh, Candyman. Yeah.
Candyman.
That's the one I thought he was going to say.
That was maybe that's what I was thinking about, but I didn't
Isn't that your
get
nickname?
to it.
Candyman?
Nah, well.
We'll get there.
I forgot I got to watch what I say on him.
You can't give him the softball, just like that one. You can't give him the softball because he will hit a home run.
Yep, with the
I like how he gets suspended from the show, and he comes back and then just says something again bad and gets suspended again. He doesn't care.
He didn't get suspended. This fool got fired.
Expelled.
He was fired.
I creep on the show.
They took. We don't even know how he got his keys back.
I creep on the show.
He just popped in. You see when he walked in, I jumped. I didn't know what was happening.
He probably has fines out there for all the stuff he says on the show.
I caught, a couple people downstairs. They like me, So.
I guess so. They sneak you in through the back.
They do.
Off the Twitter, Lady K says, "Hey, little D."
Hey,
that's exactly how she spelled it too, with all them
A's. Was it A's or was it E's and a whole bunch of Y's?
It was E's, but that's beyond the point.
Maybe it was hey.
Well, we got a packed show for you guys today, and we've got a special interview call that we're going to be making here just shortly. Orly, is everything ready to go with her? Is she good to go?
She good to go.
All right, folks. This is a really big thing because
yes, it is.
Because the breaking news, bro.
Just saying.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You told me. I don't remember what you told me.
You knew. You better remember.
You tell me one thing, but it goes right out the other side of my ear.
Hey, Lip.
Remember, he currently half listen.
Lip.
Exactly.
That contract that you signed that says that microphones aren't supposed to be shut off on host of the show. Mm-hmm. If I give you the sign, number 4 goes off. You hear me? Number 4 goes off because our guest is not going to be.
I picked the wrong day.
Is not going to be made uncomfortable because she's taking her personal time to come on our silly show to talk about something that affected her life big time many years ago, and we're really honored to have her on the show. And I personally feel almost attached to our guest because of what she did and what she produced and how it affected my life. And I've actually spent a lot of time with her and didn't even realize I was spending a lot of time with her.
Damn. He done took us around the corner. We all lost.
Yeah, I know.
What does that even mean?
You don't like the corners.
You'll find out. And I'm trying to do the front sell.
Should I start? Should we begin?
No. The guest that we're expecting here is spun off of our last week's conversation, Orly, about the weight debate, because we brought up the whole idea of the weight loss shows. The report has been released that when people go on those weight loss shows, their metabolism is slowed down so much that they end up gaining even more weight after they leave the show.
Yeah, and you said that was it like a research or somebody saying that?
It was a research study, and I wish I had, and bad hosting on my part, I wish I had the actual article, but I want to think, don't quote me on it, but I believe it may have been either the Washington Post or the New York Post that broke the news.
Wait a minute. So when your metabolism slows up, that's what makes you put all the weight on?
Yeah. So when they go on the show, they
speed it up, right?
No, they slow it down.
So that makes you put weight on?
Yeah. And they slow it down to when people leave the show, they gain all the weight back. You see what I mean? And see, I've always had an argument about it, and then that was weighed up against the argument about the surgery, the weight loss surgery, and that used to be the bad sister. Now it seems like the weight loss show is the bad sister.
Isn't that logical though? If you slow it down, you're going to put weight on, because when you have a fast metabolism, you don't gain the weight.
You
right?
have, and which Philippians have, you don't gain weight. But here's the thing. Here's the argument, and why our guest is coming on, is because when they slow the metabolism down so much, and it doesn't pick back up, and they go back to eating regular foods, they gain all the weight back, which kind of makes everything that they just sacrificed, everything that they just did, be all for naught.
If you go back and eat all like bad stuff or anything, pretty much you're saying.
They're saying, the article said, even no matter how little they ate, they were still going to gain weight. Because their metabolism was so slow, there is not one thing on this planet that they could have eaten that their body was not going to hold on to.
So that kind of like those people that like will I'm going to cut out carbs for 4 months, and they drop like a ton of weight, and then they go like, I'm slowly going to eat some again, but then it's like,
and then their body just holds on to a lot of it. But you take that same concept and add carbs, add meat, add vegetables, add everything to it, where you really cut all your food down to lose weight for these cameras. When you go back into the real world, that your metabolism can't handle the food that's out there. So our guest that we're going to have on the line here, we're going to dial her up as we go, was a contestant on the Extreme Makeover weight loss show with Chris Powell. And it was really interesting how we ended up. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now on Fat Guy Radio Show. We hinted to it all over our social media. She was a participant on the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Show starring Chris Powell a few years ago. And believe it or not, she, as I discovered at the end of last week's show, was a friend of Orly's, and I had no clue. But ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the show, Rachel Curtis. Rachel, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking the time out to come on our show and talk about this, because this is a very interesting article and a very interesting topic about these weight loss shows and so forth. And Rachel, let me just say at the top of the show right now that you have $1 million smile.
Oh, thank you, Corey. You're so sweet.
Your smile is so electrifying on anything that you do, and you are beautiful both inside and out. And I'm going to set the scene a little bit, because after last week's show, I was talking to Orly, and he mentioned to me that he knew you and had met you. I feel like I've known you too, because when that DVD came out, I bought it. I worked out with you for almost a year.
That is too funny. That is so great. I love it.
So when I hear that, he's like, well, he starts talking to me after the show last week, and I'm like, wait, show me a picture of her, because the name Rachel, the name LaRonda, the name Clint,
Yes.
the name Kat, and Chris Powell, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know her. It was kind of like my expression. So I feel like I have a connection with you as well, because you were on my TV for so long.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I listened to y'all's show from last week, and it was definitely very interesting, and I am hoping that I can shed some light on, what it is like to really be on a weight loss show and after the show and dealing with the weight gain back and all that good stuff. So
okay,
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this.
Great. Well, you lost. It was cataloged on the show, Extreme Makeover Weight Loss with Chris Powell. You lost 165 pounds in 1 year. And how long ago was the show? How long ago were you on the show?
So my episode aired 5 years ago this month. So the 30th would be 5 years ago.
Ooh, okay. 5 years ago. And what was the process of actually getting on that show?
Actually, I had tried out for Biggest Loser and never heard anything back from them, and just kind of gave up on the dream of being on a weight loss show. And then I got a phone call saying, hey, do you want to try out for this new show? And I was like, oh, probably not. But I did, and I'm so glad that I did, because, wow, my whole world has changed completely because of it. It's been so amazing and wild.
So we were the argument last week was the report that was released, and I apologize for not having the exact medium that released it, but the report was that when people go on weight loss shows, their metabolism is affected so much on a metabolic level that once they return to normal life, they can't keep the weight off, because there's no little amount of food that they can eat that can maintain what they experienced on the show. And on the side note, there's a lot of new listeners tonight. I mentioned last week as well that I've always had the argument that once you take that person out of that perfect element where you have that $1 million trainer, you have that personal chef, you have you have all of that equipment. Once you go back into regular life where you've got stresses of life, where you've got work, where you've got relationships, where you've got kids, where you've got family, it's hard to maintain that, and you've lived it. So with that being said, what is your take on that transition back into life? And then also, if you will, there's a two-part question. Update us as far as like where you are right now in life.
Okay. So, first of all, being on extreme weight loss was completely different, because we may have had times where we were in a home doing boot camp and stuff, but for the most part, we were in our own home, in our own hometown, around our family, around all of our struggles, like so many triggers. I remember when I got home from boot camp, I walked in and my little sister had brownies on the counter, and I'm like, what? I'm on a weight loss show. I have to lose weight, and you're sitting here making brownies? Like, so I was able to have those triggers in my face the whole entire time I was on the show. And so really what it boils down to when it comes to transitioning is finding a balance, because it is so difficult to find a balance. You're going from working out like 6 to 8 hours a day, your whole world is working out and eating right, to, okay, now I have to get a job, now I have to go work, I have to figure out when I can work out.
Right.
And I did really well for 2 years. I mean, like, I was killing it. I was fighting. I was training MMA. I was boxing. Like, so amazing.
Wow,
like, I
you
loved
go,
it.
girl.
I was in Georgia Fighters magazine. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. I loved it. It was so good until I broke my foot. And before I even broke my foot working out, like, I noticed what the article is talking about when it comes to your metabolism being slowed down.
Yes.
I just didn't know the science behind it, but I felt it, like, in a huge way, because here I was, I had just lost, 161 pounds in a year. I was now working at a gym. I was, doing, like, Good Morning America and, Entertainment Tonight, and it was a whirlwind. And I think when it came down to it, when I got into working at the gym, you really have to, I don't know, it's so difficult because you want to work out 8 hours a day, but then you don't want to work out at all.
Sure.
Because you've spent the whole year working out 8 hours a day.
Sure.
And then, so I think for me, it really was trying to find that balance, you know. And before I broke my foot, I actually gained 20 pounds. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm working out 3 hours a day and I'm eating right? Like, why is this happening to me? And I even went to a couple doctors, and they couldn't give me answers. They were just like, oh, well, I even had one doctor say, if you would just work out and eat right, you know, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. And I'm like, what? Have you not listened to anything I'm saying to you? Like,
Exactly.
I can give you words, like I can give you everything I've eaten all day and the day before and the day before. And it just, I didn't have anybody to tell me what was going on. So to see this article is actually giving me a huge, like,
so
I don't know,
where do you
of, like, relief.
Where do you stand? Where were you before you went on the show, weight wise? If I go too far, just tell me, Corey, too far. If you wouldn't mind, where were you before you joined the show? We've established the fact that you lost 161 pounds or 165 pounds, and then where are you?
Right.
Where do you stand today?
Okay, so my biggest before the show was 399, and I lost 30 pounds on my own before the show. So I started out at 369 on the show. My lowest weight was 208, but I maintained around 238. That was like a wonderful weight for me. Very muscular, like I felt good. Right now, I'm actually back up to what I was like when the show started. So I'm around 370 right now, which is a really difficult thing to say because I was on a weight loss show, and here I am, I've gained all the way back. You know, like I hid away big time, Corey, I promise you. Like, I isolated so bad. I didn't want anybody to see me. I didn't want anybody to know that I gained the weight back. And it was my husband who said to me, he was like, you cannot hide away and take away from other people being around you. He's like, people love you for who you are. You are a human being. You are not a number on a scale. And I was like, oh, okay, wow. Like, that's something new, because that whole year I was on the show, I was a number. Like, I was a number on a scale, and after the show, I had, like, a phobia when it came to the scale. Like, I literally would get anxiety every time I had to step on the scale. So I tend to avoid it even now, because I don't want a number to define who I am as a person, you know?
You know, Rachel, you have an amazing outlook, and I am fighting back the emotions, because being a big guy myself, I know what you're feeling. I can totally relate.
Yeah.
Because it's that hiding away thing, and one thing that, you know, and I don't know if I've ever shared this publicly on the show or not, but one of the ways that I've dealt with, you know, growing up as a big kid and being picked on and losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, throwing in the towel. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hide from this. I'm going to put it right out on Front Street, and that's where Fat Guy Radio Show came from. That's the reason why the show is called Fat Guy Radio. And I don't think I've ever shared that, but it tugs at the old heartstrings when I hear you say, you know, wanting to avoid the scale, running back, hiding. But what makes it so great is that you have that support system in your husband to, you know, pull you out of that. Because you know what? Big people, our battle cry on this show, and we do it jokingly, but there is some truth in every joke. Our battle cry is like, you know, skinny people, fat people already know they're fat, so stop reminding us. But there's a little bit of seriousness behind that, because we already know we're fat. And if
it's not something we can't hide from ourselves. We know.
Exactly. And if people understood that are not obese, and I'm not talking about 10, 15 pounds overweight. I don't want to hear that. 10, 15 pounds overweight, you can kiss my ass. That's not fat. But if people really understood what goes on in an obese person's mind, it would change the way the world views obesity. Everybody this bull crap about, you know, hey, just diet and exercise and you'll lose the weight. That's crap. You don't understand. It doesn't work that way. It honestly doesn't work that way.
I'm sorry, go ahead. But I love how you're speaking to my heart right now. Like, I'm getting all pumped up because what you're saying, there's so much truth in it, and you truly are speaking to my heart. And what's so beautiful about it is there are people listening right now who you are speaking to them as well. Like, they're sitting there and they are thinking that because their flaws and, you know, their downfalls as a person, they're able to see them. Like, they can't hide it. Like, us as obese people, we cannot hide our flaws because it shows on our body physically. Like, someone else, they could have, you know, worse habits than us, but because they're skinny, you can't necessarily see them. But when you look at us, they're like, oh,
yeah,
they're just sitting around eating, doing whatever. Like, we can't hide that. And I think it's beautiful to address it and to let those people know who are sitting there listening right now. If you are obese, if you have a couple of pounds on you, hey, guess what? You are still a person.
Yeah.
And you are still you. Like, it's not
Exactly.
it's not going to change anything about you. Like, that's you as a person as a whole. So I love what you're saying right now. I love it so much.
And I think that your Instagram page, your Facebook page is really encouraging to a lot of people. And when I was doing some research on the show, when we knew we were going to talk to you today, I was doing some research and I was looking through your Instagram feed, and I'm like, you know what? I, as a big person, could actually see your tumble take place on your social media page, but then I saw your rise and I saw your bounce back. And if that isn't enough right there to just encourage someone to not just, you know, go out there and try to lose the weight, but just to love yourself. Get out in front of that fear of being big, because I think your husband, I think you posted up a picture of a text message one time that your husband texted you and said big is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. But it's amazing that, you know, for me to hear this from a first person perspective, because I'm telling you, man, fat people wake up every morning and they wish that they were smaller.
I have a quick question, Rachel. It's Orly. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey,
Orly.
No, like, to go back on what Corey was talking about, the article, did they even, like, tell you, like, anything in the beginning, like, hey, there's a possibility, like, the weight can come back pretty fast if you don't stay on it? Did they kind of, like, tell you anything like that, or did they just start and then just everything just went so fast?
You know what? Like, looking back at it, because I was the first season of Extreme Weight Loss, so it was a very new concept. I mean, you were doing it in the home. It wasn't a competition. There was no money, you know, like, so it was all new to us. So I don't really remember being told, like, hey, there's a huge chance that you're going to gain weight back. I mean, I remember being warned, like, it's going to be difficult after the show. But like Orly, you said last week, something about losing those trainers and losing those helpers and stuff around you.
Yeah.
I actually was so lucky because right after the show, I was kind of just like, what am I going to do with my life now? You know? And one of my dreams was always to fight. Like, I remember being 400 pounds and watching MMA, and then all of a sudden these chicks come in the ring, and I'm like, what? That's no girl's fault. I was like, I got all hyped up. I'm like, just sitting there, and I'm like, I told myself, I'm like, one day I am going to lose enough weight, and I'm going to get in the octagon, and I'm going to knock somebody out.
Hell yeah.
I just knew it. Like, I felt it. I knew it in my heart. And so after the show, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I actually walked into Independent MMA in McDonough, Georgia, and Chris Ruiz, the owner, was like, look, I'm going to make a deal with you. If you come in here every morning and bring me a coffee, I will train you. And I was like, what? Bring you a coffee? Like, I can do that, dude. Like, I am broke as a joke, but I can get you some coffee. Like, that's no problem. And literally, I would get in there and I would train a hard, like, 2 hours straight. Like, I've never, it's so beautiful. Like, whenever you're a big person, I think a lot of times we are afraid to put ourselves out there, like, especially something like fighting. Like, no, I'm too big. I can't get in the ring. I can't try to box. You don't know. you don't know what you're capable of, because when I got in there and I started shadow boxing, I was like, what? This is so beautiful. Like when I actually almost broke my trainer's nose, and when I punched him in the kidney so hard that he peed blood for a whole week. I'm not kidding you. That really like made me feel like, okay, like I'm a beast. And it's amazing because like, I don't know, I'm all pumped up right now, guys. I feel like we should go fight or something. I feel like we should just go like do like a workout, like invite everybody.
Well, Rachel, from what it sounds like, you can kick my ass, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. But we're up on a break here. Number one, I want to commend you so much for just being so brave through this whole entire process and embracing it and being able to come back out into the public eye. I didn't realize that you were on the first season. I mean, no wonder why you've got the, Good Morning America and all those other TV shows. Of course, the media was probably all over this, and Chris Powell. I love him. And I've had, I have a love-hate relationship with Chris Powell. And my connection to Chris Powell is that we had a sponsor on our show, which was a company that was tied to him, which was the Body.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
the Body drinks and so forth. And I've always wanted to know, and maybe you can answer this question: has Chris Powell ever been obese, or is he just a trainer?
You know what is so beautiful about Chris Powell, and this is what struck me too, because when I first met him, like, I was like, who is he to sit here and tell me that, I can do it? Like, has he ever struggled in his life? But when you actually meet him and you talk to him, he may have never been overweight, but he has struggled with the body image issue. Like, when he was younger, he was, like, super scrawny, like, super tiny, and his parents bought him, like, a gym set. And I remember him telling me that he would just sit there and, like, eat, like, nachos or something, but he would never work out. And then one day he started working out, and he discovered what fitness could do for him, But, like, his passion, even though he's never been obese, his passion and his love for people and fitness is enough for me, because he can sympathize. He has empathy for those who are struggling, because he knows what the body is capable of, and he knows what is holding people back. So he's able to get on that level and let you know, like, you can do this.
And that's
like me getting on the show was not my turning point. Me meeting Chris Powell was my turning point, because when he looked at me and he said, "You can do this," no one had ever told me that before.
See,
no one.
You've changed my view of him, because my argument had always been, this dude is toned as balls and beautiful, and his wife Heidi is gorgeous, and he's got a perfect little family, and he lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. His life is perfect. There's nothing. Who is this guy to be telling me? And then now you tell me that he's all genuine and nice, and now I have to start liking him.
I know. I'm telling you, you have to, because look, there are things that I know about Chris that, I mean, if I told you, we would just die laughing, because he's such a genuine and real person. And Heidi as well. Like, Heidi, after the show, she was able to get me through one of the hardest times in my life, because right after the show, I started to struggle with an eating disorder. I mean, I was under the limelight. I was too afraid to even eat, because I was like, I can't gain any weight. Everybody's watching me. Everybody knows. Like, I cannot even eat.
Sure.
And then I started eating, and then I started purging, and I couldn't break the cycle. And Heidi is the one who helped me get out of that.
That is, it's amazing to me to hear that they are so great. And I thank you again for taking the time. If people want, can I throw out your Instagram? If people want to follow you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Pretty Beast 22. Now, also, my little journalist rodents that run around the internet found out that you're also running a business for a cosmetic or dermatology company or something that nature.
I sell Rodan and Fields. I love it. My face is so shiny and beautiful.
Well, just for coming on our show, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a consultation for Rodan and Fields, find Rachel Curtis, all one word, .myrna andf.com, and we'll have that link up
Perfect.
on our Facebook page. And Rachel, again, thank you so much. You've opened up my eyes, and I'm sitting here looking at our live Twitters, and there are lots of tweets coming through about everybody just encouraging you and thanking you, and they love you.
Thank you, everyone.
And sharing your story, which is amazing. So, Rachel, thank you so much. We're going to have to find some time to get together because Orly told me that you might very well be in the state of Arizona, which I didn't know.
Yes, I am.
All right, so we're gonna
right in
we're
the
gonna
middle
have
of
to,
Gilbert.
we're gonna have to get together and have like a grain muffin with no gluten.
Perfect. Hey, how about I make y'all some? That sounds good to me.
All right, if you make me a bran muffin, I'm moving in, and your Tony's Balls husband is probably gonna have a problem with that. Some big fat black guy just sitting up there on your couch eating muffins.
I love it. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty, bye-bye. All right, folks, that was Rachel Curtis. That was even more than I had ever expected.
She's great. She's a cool person.
She is absolutely incredible. We're probably going to end up going a little long today, but because I know we're way behind schedule, but we're going to do it because after this break, ladies and gentlemen, he's here, my little brother, Lil D. So all that great conversation we just had is going to go right out the window when this fool start talking. And Lip, thank you very much for shutting this microphone off during that interview. All right, folks, you're listening to the Fat Guy Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be.
I'm AJ, host of Little Fella Radio, and Sydney, my co-host, and I are gearing up for Season 4 of our show, coming this summer to lilfellaradio.com. Now, Fat Guy Radio Show is full of adult waka waka, but on LFR, you can expect a clean, wholesome, teen-friendly entertainment, because teens don't need Fat Guy entertainment in our lives, and we most certainly won't use words like fuck, shit, motherfucker, and asshole. So turn your teens on to LFR on lilfellaradio.com, part of the BDB Radio Network.
Just when you thought they had nothing more to say, here's more Fat Guy Radio Show right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
A good night, that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Well, folks, we tell you about it all the time. It's the number one way we power this show through our Amazon link on FatGuyRadioShow.com. Amazon has everything you can possibly need. You can even get like cappuccino or espresso pills to wake you up and not yawn into the microphone in the middle of the Amazon where you like my little brother just did. Get it all at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Amazon. I'm telling you right now, anything and everything. You can even get that Chris Powell DVD, I believe, is still available on Amazon. Extreme Weight Loss Amazon. And, go out and buy some Chris Powell stuff. I'm going to go buy some Chris Powell stuff, and I may or may not go ahead and issue an apology for some of the stuff I've said about Chris Powell in the last. But you know what? Before I do all that, I'm going to go shop at Amazon. I'm going to buy everything at Amazon. Lip, what did you buy at Amazon this week?
My new hat.
You bought your new hat, Lip. That's so great. Interesting thing is that that's a hat for another sponsor. All right, folks, FatGuyRadioShow.com/Amazon is where you do it. We thank you very much for doing it. And you know what? Send me a tweet. Send the show a tweet. Send Orly a private message, whatever you want to do. Post on our wall on our Facebook pages that, hey, I was shopping through your link. Our announcer, Doug Engel, did that just this past week and said, hey, Corey, just bought a whole lot of ink cartridges through the Amazon link on Fat Guy Radio Show.
What did you buy from Amazon this week?
I bought an actual new waterbed mattress cover. I got it. It was in the wrong size. I sent it back because it was really easy to do the return. And they shipped out another one within 24 hours, which is less than the 2-day free shipping.
Because of the Prime? Get a new bed.
Because of bread. So it was because of the Prime, and it was an all new bed. And earlier, before that, I bought a waterbed pump because the waterbed pump, Lil D, that I used to rent, the company said that they lost it. So I'm like, oh crap, what am I going to do now? How am I going to be able to drain my waterbed? And I bought that through Amazon. It was like $89.
So you could return stuff because his old company used to shop at, he never could return those little hats. That's why he's always wearing them. Look how tiny they are.
I was wondering if you're going to say something about
I got a story about your waterbed, too.
I know, we ain't going to get
to that. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, folks, let me just go ahead and get this out of the way now. Earlier in the show, we had a great interview with Rachel Curtis from the Extreme Weight Loss Makeover Show with Tones His Balls, Chris Powell, and her husband, Tone His Balls, pretty Mr. Rachel. And now, what you're about to experience on Fat Guy Radio Show is that we're going to go from an A to a Z because it is never nothing from this point forward on the show is going to be as great as what just happened in the last 20 minutes.
Hide your kids, hide your wives,
hide your husbands too. We're coming out the
all
closet.
kids out the room because this guy doesn't have a filter.
He doesn't.
Lip. I hope your finger is on that beep button.
I already let one go, but nobody heard it because it was like right over when you were doing a read.
Why are you here?
To cause havoc.
Oh, okay, what kind of havoc are you going to cause?
Kick ass and take questions.
Kick ass.
Ask questions later.
Kick ass, take names, and
chew bubble gum. Kick ass, eat some food.
But you all out of bubble gum and food?
Yep.
There you go.
So I'm over here.
I knew you were going to try to get to that joke. You were sitting there stretching for it. But for all the new listeners, Lil D's my little brother, and he's adopted.
Nope.
But you were here because Orly summed you up. You're like a genie in a bottle.
Yep.
Orly rubbed the Lil D bottle last week by saying that he missed Lil D because I said that Lil D knows how to laugh on the show, and these two non-vocal cord having rubes don't laugh on the show.
Yeah, you son of a bitches! Why aren't you laughing on the show?
See, I laughed at that. That was funny.
You're supposed to laugh at it. He can't be sitting here telling a joke about how he
told me I wasn't funny, Lil D. He said, Orly said, and I quote, "I laugh when it's funny."
Yeah, I heard the show. I heard the show.
And so was he not telling me to my faces that you are not funny on a comedy internet radio show?
You're out of line, Junior. You shouldn't do that.
We're going to put the system on trial.
Yes, we are. Doom, doom, doom.
He does his own sound.
Doom, doom,
He does his own sound.
He doesn't need sound
I'll bring it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get
pull
to
up
ladies and gentlemen.
He'll pull up stuff on his phone. Remember last time he was like trying to play music off his phone?
20 minutes after the joke, here he come with it.
I got a cricket service, so you know how that goes. You know how that goes.
You ghetto as hell.
Hey, but you're supposed to laugh at the jokes,
even if they ain't funny.
Then you're supposed to be a part of it. You're supposed to go in with them
and
make it so it's not crickets in the background like it was last week. The lip, you're supposed to have the music up loud enough so when it's a rim shot, it goes through the damn sound. I'm just saying. Am I the only one who read the book?
Yeah, you are the only one who read the book because these two guys ain't read the book.
Here we go.
I read it. We ain't read it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court. This is Barack Obama at the Fat Girl Radio Show studios. We have in one corner Orly Black Sox.
Here comes the post.
Where's the White Sox? We will get to the bottom of this. Part me as I part my part in my my Donald Trump toupee.
Part me as I part my part.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Orly, he didn't laugh at that either. Nope. He just doesn't laugh.
I do.
No, you don't.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I can still laugh at.
You don't laugh at all. I got an idea, Orly.
Yes.
I want to throw something out to a listener who's coming on strong.
Who is it?
On my Twitter and on Fat
Is it
Guy
a girl?
No, it's
Is it a wife?
No,
is it a kid?
Is
it a pig?
No.
Is it a cat?
Nope.
Is it a hat?
Nope.
Is it a black?
Nope.
Is it a white? Is it she tight?
It's a meme.
Cool.
PJ.
You stumped him.
PJ
from Parker, right?
Not PJ from Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll listen to this show. What's
Yeah.
up, PJ from Parker? How did I know that? And I'm just a listener.
PJ from Parker,
Arizona,
dropped the greatest meme on a Twitter earlier this week.
What'd he do?
I was talking about the Nissan Versa. You know what? Go to Twitter and find out. Oh wait,
I don't know how to do none of that.
oh yeah, because according to your Ustream,
know how to do none
your
of that
Ustream lower third, it says Little D. No Twitter.
That's right. That is right.
He doesn't have a Twitter, but he still tweeted more than Philippius.
I tweet. I tweet my brother all the time.
You just do a little at signal and send it through a text.
You know?
That's not a tweet. That's a text.
And if you guys tweet me, you'll see all of my pics of my.
Okay, see, this is exactly why we went from A to Z.
The third leg that's in between my legs. You guys will see all my pictures up there. Matter of fact, it's still floating around on the.
How many did you send out today? You know what today is, right?
What's today? Naked Day.
National Send a Nude Pic Day.
Well, anybody who wants to see a nude pic of me,
okay, no.
Send all your complaints to FatGuyRadioShow.com.
No, because last time you did that, you almost crashed.
It did crash the website. Hey, my picture is really out there.
Yeah, and that's also that may or may not also be why we lost that sponsor.
We lost the sponsor, and like a year later, they kicked me off.
PJ from Parker, I want to ask of him of something.
Okay.
I want him to do a Fat Guy Radio Show meme of the week every week.
That'd be cool.
I want him to take something out of the show like he did with the Nissan Versa, and that meme unhinged my jaw.
Can you
and
play?
I wanna. It's a picture.
Can you show it to me?
Yes, I can. After the show, I'm not gonna go right into it right.
Is it a person, place, or thing?
I want PJ from Parker. That's his new name, by the way. PJ from Parker, Arizona.
Up there by Lake Havasu.
I want him to.
Is that where it's at?
Yeah, it's like south of. It's before you get to Lake Havasu. It's going on the way there. Am I right? And there's a food city up there. Am I right, PJ? How do I know? There's a food city. Oh no, it's a Bashis.
Here's the meme.
It's a Bashis.
Okay, you read that and shut the hell up.
Maybe it is a food city. Hell, I can't remember.
PJ,
It's the same thing.
His brain doesn't stop.
It is.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop.
I don't
PJ
always
from
go
Parker.
fast, but
I
when
want
I
a
do-
meme every week from the show so he can just pick something out because that was hilarious. And then post it up on our Facebook page or tweet it to us like you did this one. I unhinged my jaw. And you know what, PJ from Parker?
When you unhinge your jaw,
we will feature these tweets, these memes on the show. This one was
And I take it he made that because I don't think you could just find a meme about a Nissan Versa. Unless he did. I mean, he might have.
Do you see the
made very well?
Do you see the position of his hand? You should put something right there, like he's stroking.
No, I want him to do it exactly how he did it. I thought that was creative. We encourage listener creativity on the show.
Yep,
we encourage it. So I want to.
That's when I got butt
hats off to that, PJ. That was absolutely.
He went above and beyond.
He did.
He did.
Absolutely phenomenal.
PJ, you're an honor and a scholar, young man. For that, I'm going to give you 3 butt naked midgets and a fluffy puppy. Which one is going to go first?
I don't know.
I feel like we just throw the notes out the window.
We pretty much can because we're not going to be able to get to anything with this ass hat sitting over here. We are going to get to it.
Look at your hat. Looks like you're like in one of those damn.
I will
those
stab.
Train,
I will stab you.
You know those train people.
A train conductor. You uneducated.
Do. Damn. Look at your little ass hat you got on. It looks so cute on you though.
Makes your hand look big.
When you were like 6 years old with a 12-year-old body and a 1-year-old penis.
Shut up.
I feel like his wife didn't let him talk for like a month, and all of a sudden he came in here and just like going
They gave
off.
me a microphone.
Yeah.
He's like a freaking Mexican jumping.
Speaking of my wife,
We're
I got
going
a good
to
story
break.
for you guys. Oh, I guess we got to come after break.
We'll tell the story after we do our Facebook question of the week. Okay?
Everybody, get your people on the phone. You guys got to hear this story. It is going to be exclusive.
All right, we'll tell it after Facebook question of the week.
All right.
We got to do that next. You're listening to the Fat Guy Radio Show. We'll be back.
I'm Ryan Scott.
And I'm Daniel Taylor.
Together we host Full Court Press Radio.
It's our conventional, unconventional take on all things sports.
Join us live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time
at fullcourtpressradio.com, iTunes, and on the Stitcher Radio app.
Full Court Press Radio, part of the BDB Radio Network.
Back to the fun and folly. It's Fat Guy Radio Show with Corey Blaze.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hello. It is not audible. It's Halo 6. I'm sorry about that, folks. Lil D's throwing me all off. Halo from Halo 6, a premier electronic cigarette company offering American-made e-liquids and flavors to match any smoker's desires. Halo 6 is not a tobacco company turned e-cig provider. They are the leading electronic cig company providing a seamless and easy way to switch from traditional tobacco products to electronic cigarettes. I made the switch. I have my Triton tank system right here with me at all times with my variable voltage battery. I made the choice, and my e-liquid flavor is Sub-Zero, the coolest of the menthol. See what I'm talking about by visiting FatGuyRadioShow.com and clicking the Halo Cigs banner. Halo Cigs, I'm vaping, baby, and we thank everybody to check those out. Check those guys out. And if you're not a smoker, it's a great way to introduce electronic cigarettes to that smoker that's in your life. So tell a friend about it. Somebody that's new, that's never even tried it, or somebody that may have tried it and got one of those little rinky-dinky little plastic ones out of the convenience store on the corner. Halo Cigs, robust, Beautiful flavors. They're built to last. I've had this Triton tank system for well over the expected lifetime, and all of the parts in them are replaceable. You can also re-up all your e-liquid also at FatGuyRadioShow.com through the Halo 6 banner. So Halo 6 at FatGuyRadioShow.com, and we thank them for being a part of Fat Guy Radio Show. All right, so Orly, last week we introduced a new bit on the show that we wanted to do, which was the Facebook question of the week.
That's right.
And did we, in fact, get a question posted to the Facebook? What was that question? I'll let you take it from here. And that question was...
Well, I said that I was being challenged to join my wife in giving up meat for the month of June.
Oh, going vegan.
Yeah. Oh, not vegan, because vegan's when you give up anything that has to do with an animal. Like, you couldn't use glue because it was made from a horse. Yeah, so mine's just meat. But anyway, so I had said, what's one thing you wouldn't be able to give up?
What's one of the things that you wouldn't be able to give up when switching off meat?
And I said, try to avoid the most common answer, like internet or phone.
Yeah, like the one Lil D just.
And I did mention keep it PG. I didn't know Lil D was going to be in here.
Keep it PG, Lil D.
I give up meat every damn day. You heard me? I give it up every day.
So what were some of the responses that we got from
that was one of them.
The Facebook question of the week.
Got a lot of stuff. We got Rose.
Rose
said her Fitbit, which is addicting. I got one. Look at that.
She gave up her Fitbit for a week.
She would not give up. This is stuff you wouldn't give up. Like, I cannot live without blah.
Whoa, let me get in on this.
All right, so Orly's got some more questions.
We got
some more answers.
Amber, Trini, Evelyn, and Lady K all said caffeine.
I'm with them on the caffeine.
And a few people said they get migraines.
Oh yeah.
When they give up. I thought it was like.
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't know it was that hardcore.
Is that really?
It really is. It really is.
Karen and Melissa. Karen, you've talked to Karen on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Right
Hey, Karen.
Right around this area. Karen and Melissa said coffee.
So that's two different people that said coffee.
Yeah.
Well, caffeine's really kind of.
Yeah, well, some people are Amber had said soda, specifically said soda.
Yeah,
damn.
Caffeine can be in caffeine's in coffee, caffeine's in soda, caffeine's in candies as well.
Ain't soda bad for you though?
Yeah,
it's not sugar. Eventually start to make you have pimples and stuff on your face.
Sometimes.
I think everybody reacts to everything different. We got Rebecca, and these people, by the way, are from all over.
Yeah,
we got Rebecca from Texas and Nikki from California. Both said chapstick.
Rebecca, Texas.
What's up, girls?
Chapstick. That was a big one.
Couldn't give up. Oh man, you don't want to give up your chapstick in Texas.
Got some chap lips.
Man, the humidity there just sucks all the moisture out them kisser puckers.
Franco said Facebook and YouTube.
Of course. I was wondering if somebody was going to chime in with can't give up social media.
We got a few more here. Juan out and Chandler said music. That's a good one. I didn't think of that.
That's a very
You can't give up music.
That'd be hard to give up though. Just like giving like Orly's wife is challenging him to give up meat. Challenging the question
she didn't
was
challenge me. She just we were talking about it and I said, man, meat would I always eat steak. Yeah, but I mean because every meal I make steak. I make something.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was like it was more of I could do that probably. And then
so how's that coming along?
It's June.
Do you think you're gonna?
So I'm like
it,
loading up on I think
loading
so.
up on burgers now.
Yeah. We got Kristen said peanut butter, cheese, and her oils. I think like essential oils.
Yeah.
And a few more here. Rob, of course, one of my friends said Mexicans, and I'm like, I laughed, and then I was like, "You're dumb." And he was like, "No, think about it." I was like, "Sure, I guess we wouldn't have any fruit, vegetables. You know what I mean? They couldn't live without."
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. Now we'll have my lady.
And then my wife said eyeliner and mascara.
Of course.
Well,
of course, I got to say, you don't need makeup. You're beautiful no matter what.
Oh,
I'd marry you and give it to you.
Off the Twitter, one of the responses from the Twitter was that from Memphis Spence. He says, this is a tough one. I'd say it'd be hard to give up my faith, but sex is immediately behind that.
Yeah, I can't give up sex for nothing.
If I don't know what I would, if I was to have to give up, what would be a tough thing that we would have to give up? Orly, what would be, other than meat, and outside of your current situation, what would be something tough for you to give up?
Well, I said don't mention the internet because I figured everybody would say it, but the internet's huge.
The internet is huge. I mean, our
TV. I'm a big sports fan. I couldn't do without sports.
You probably give me up.
I would give you up in a heartbeat,
Son of
Lil
a
D.
bitch.
I'm on the internet right now trying to sell your black ass. Philippians, what would be something tough for you to give up?
My car.
Your car?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's huge. In this city, you have to have a vehicle.
Yes.
I would, you know what? I would have, in the vein of you giving up meat for the month of June, I think I would have a problem giving up what I classify as food glue, which is cheese.
Cheese.
And cheese doesn't agree with me at all.
And you still eat it.
And I still eat it. I don't
be backed up.
I mean, I'm talking about it is 505 on the 10 in my intestines. It is.
You gotta hit the button. You gotta hit the my favorite button.
Which one is it? Oh, I gotta go to it. I'll get to it here. But I am backed up. Backed up like the 10.
See, I love cheese. I used to melt it on everything, but when I started working out last time, I gave it up easily, and it wasn't so bad. But I love, like, usually, I mean, it's
I can't live without it, man. I do.
I'd shred cheese on top of cheese sticks.
And here's the thing: when you're shredding the cheese,
I be backed up, boy.
But here's the thing:
some proofs for Christmas. That's the thing.
Me being having a medical background.
Here we go.
Yeah, with me having a medical background,
You're not a doctor because you drink Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
Or see Dr.
With me having a medical background, I did some research because it was all about me, and I said, what cheese actually do cause the intestines to back up? And I did a little research, and I found out that it's the cheddar cheese that backs me up more, but not so much when it comes to mozzarella or pepper jack or Gouda.
What was yours, Lil D?
Pizza. I probably couldn't give up pizza. You know what though? Honestly, I couldn't give up my kids.
That's a good one.
I love my little girls.
The little badass Rugrats. You can't give them up.
I could not get him up. They drive my ass crazy. But
Rachel's that actually said she couldn't give up social media. That's a big one.
You know what? Rachel, call me. I'll be more than happy to help you how to give up social media because I have washed my hands of social media. I just can't do it. I can't do it. We're up on a break.
Again already?
Yeah, man. We went a little long with the first part of the show, man. It was worth it though.
I think we need to take a vote and see if we could do a 2-hour show from now on.
Absolutely not.
Hey, I'm here today, so I'm gonna just sit here and be quiet.
I'm sorry, Orly. Workhorse said what? No,
we going longer in here.
We ain't going long.
We going long.
This is not going to be Lil D's penis pill where we go long.
After hour. Coming up.
All right, folks.
How to seduce your wife.
We will be back. There's some Gavin DeGraw breaking news that I got to break on the show.
He died.
And
I laughed. Oh, I'm cured. Amen.
Hallelujah. 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 We'll be right back.
Seems to have a very haunting mass appeal.
How did that feel, Orly?
It felt good. I felt like I just threw my crutches and just started walking again.
Does it
There
hurt?
you go. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help and stimulate and get things going. Hey, are we doing the movie things today so I can get in on that too?
Nope.
Damn it.
We had to bench a couple of things. We're benching Bitch of the Year. We're benching Trailer Talk this week. But I want to focus on the fact that
2 hours.
I want to focus on the fact that Orly has been healed of his inability to laugh. He was hindered for so many years. That when he felt something stirring up in his belly,
Deep down inside.
he said, I feel it.
Feel it.
Something stirring.
Say it one more time, brother.
I feel it.
You feel what?
Something stirring.
Something.
He said it came up through my esophagus.
Woo.
Past my vocal cords.
Preacher.
Out of my mouth. And guess what it was?
What it was?
Guess what it was?
I said what?
Do you want to know what
I
it was?
want to know what it was.
Guess what it is?
Right here.
What it is?
Right now.
What it be like?
What it be like?
He laughed. Well, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going ahead and point out that the two Mexican boys had no clue what the hell just happened on the last 2 minutes of the
Let me
show.
break that down for
because
y'all.
they ain't even stepped into a black church in 15
And
years.
let me tell you how it goes.
How it go?
Can I get it back? It goes like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's time for the offering. I'm sorry. It's all over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Peace Plastic Collection Plate.
I want to get it on that.
No, I got something hot that I got to get to, Lil D. No, you don't.
As soon as I get there.
Your wife was looking pretty good. I talked to her on the phone the other day. I said she needs to stop putting all them little sexy pictures up on social media.
You know what I'm saying?
She got to stop that. She's going to catch herself a case in the issue. It's going to be some furniture moving in the city.
Hey, she be looking, man.
I know. She be looking real good. What the hell is she doing with you and your broke ass?
I think I've never seen her before. I'm going to have to add her.
I know.
He's all, add her.
Yeah, add her. Facebook friend her. And then when you see that she didn't kick you off her Facebook page, that's because Lil D done got her password and all angry and went there and unfriended everybody.
No, what she did was kicked all my girls. No, she might not request you or pick it up until, but I'll tell her that who you are, so she'll because a lot of guys request her, but she doesn't. She didn't.
I'm a brother-in-law. I ain't even on the Facebook page.
Yeah, so every once in a while, my wife's like, "This person's a mutual friend," and they're trying to add me, and then I'm like, "Yeah, I don't even really know them. Why are they adding?" It's kind of weird.
Yeah, a lot of guys do. A lot of guys, like, she just has them all lined up, and she tells me, like, this guy tried to request me. One guy tried to get at her, even though she had a picture of all of us on there. He still tried to get at her, and I'm like, dude. And he was one of my cousin's friends.
That's not right.
It's not. He
no, the best.
Shot.
Not to get off subject. The best is when you a girl will post a picture and you see all these guys writing things and they're like nobody could read them. It's like, damn, girl.
Like, damn.
I wish I could smell your knees from here.
Right.
Damn. I'm like, do they not realize people can read the stuff they're writing?
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Right, they write a lot of stuff. Or they try to, but
damn, Daniel, back at it with the
so
sexy pics. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not worried about nothing. I put it down, so I'm good.
Well, there's something really important that we have to break right now because I'm about to have the best day I have ever had because coming to Phoenix, Arizona, these nuts, October 17, 2016, down at the Phoenix State Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, I've wanted him. He's coming. Gavin DeGraw brings his tour through Phoenix, Arizona. I cannot be more excited about this. And then Orly blows me up on Twitter and says that now I have to put together an after party if Lady K flies from all the way on the other side of the city to Phoenix, Arizona.
She's coming?
She would. You know she would.
Lady K, are you coming?
That's an invite.
I mean that in two different ways. Are you coming?
Okay, now
I mean that in two different ways.
Why you gotta do it?
Because you know me.
You're just looking at her trying to make a move.
Lady K, are you coming? And I mean it in two different ways in case you did. So are you going, Corey?
No, I'm gonna try.
What the hell? I thought you like his biggest
After all
fan.
that, and he's like, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
It's in public. It's in public. He's not gonna go.
No, I'm gonna try, but I just gotta ask, who is gonna save us? That's all I'm asking. Who's gonna save me a seat at the Gavin DeGraw concert?
At
That's
the State
all.
Fair? You could buy reserved tickets for like $25.
That's very true, but I need VIP. I'm Corey Blaze because that's exactly what I need.
But you get a good. I bought $25 tickets for Korn one year, and I was like 5th row.
But he want to be like on the damn. He want to be sitting right there.
I want to introduce Gavin.
Yeah,
I want to introduce Gavin.
I can make that happen.
If I don't get to go, it's going to be just heartbreak for me.
Let me see if I can pull some strings.
It's going to be just immense heartbreak for me.
Hey,
yeah.
Has she got back to you on Twitter yet about my question?
No, she hasn't.
Damn it! Come on, Lady K.
I've been reading every little bit. I've been reading every little bit she's sending me, but I don't know. Maybe just because, maybe she hasn't tweeted back because it's different for girls. I don't know.
Are we getting Gavin on the show?
That would be amazing, and none of you rubes just know what I just did.
You played all the songs in the background, right?
I was talking in the titles of his song.
Oh.
Make a move. I'm going to try. Who's going to save us? Need. Heartbreak. Every little bit. Different for girls. Leading men. Man, where y'all at?
Does he sing?
I don't know.
Doesn't he sing, I'll be? That's the only one I know.
There you go.
I'll be
your blah 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 blah.
That's Tim McGraw.
Oh, I don't want to be is what you're talking
That's
about.
Kenny Chesney.
This is his most famous.
That's Reba McEntire.
Oh yeah, this song.
This is the most famous one. But he's coming to Phoenix, Arizona.
Ladies
and gentlemen, Gavin DeGraw coming to the Phoenix State Fair Coliseum.
Yep.
Yes, I'm excited about it. But yes, I have to be there. And you know what?
So are you going to be there?
I am going to be there.
Are you going to be first row?
I know. Lady K said y'all got to stop stepping all over the Gavin bit before she come here for the Gavin DeGraw concert and to kick y'all ass.
I don't know Gavin really.
But that's not what I asked though.
You don't what?
I don't really know Gavin.
Ladies and
Neither do
gentlemen,
I.
this is Orly's last day on the show.
Mine's too.
I didn't say I didn't like him. I said I don't know him. All his stuff.
I don't know none of his stuff.
Well, you know what? You guys sit with me after the show. We'll take our shirts off, and I will show you all the Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah, I ain't got time.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I know Gavin. I know all his stuff.
Lip, will you sit around shirtless with me and listen to Gavin after the show?
You gonna feed me?
Yep.
All right.
That boy.
Yeah.
See how easy
He's
that
gonna
was?
breastfeed you.
Yeah, some chocolate milk.
That's not right.
That's what comes out of those black things.
That's disgusting.
Powdered chocolate milk.
That's prime. That's good
Hey.
right there. That's not government right there.
I bet you whatever comes out of these is better than that stupid Burger King Whopper hot dog.
Oh my God,
They're
that
at
is
it again.
Whopper hot dog.
They're at it again.
Damn, Burger King
Taste
at it
test.
again with the messed up menu
They
items.
got a red burger with chili red buns.
Who tried that yet?
Chili red buns?
Chili red
They got
buns.
chili red
Yeah.
buns.
And didn't you date Chili Red Buns in high school?
After I go ahead, chili red.
They got Chili Red Buns. Now they've got the Whopper hot dog. What the hell?
I haven't heard about.
So is it a hot dog on a bun, like on a
No,
hamburger bun?
it's a hot dog that's made to taste like a Whopper.
How's that?
What?
Get it?
I don't know.
And
I'm not even going to try this piece of crap.
I tried that nasty ass hot dog. What the hell was I thinking?
Hey, you should have seen, the hot dog that we tried him here on the show. The one hot dog that they made me ended up on that wall behind you. I was pissed at that. And I had a total rave out over that. And, by the way, speaking of rave outs, if I get one more Facebook message and one more tweet from somebody talking about I need to stop yelling at Orly and Philippius, I'm going to kick your ass.
You need to stop yelling at Corey and Philippius.
Orly.
But you need to stop yelling at Corey and Philippius. Orly.
Oh, Burger King has a burrito now.
What?
Yeah, they have a burrito. They
I
have
don't know
the
what
red
they trying to
buns.
do.
Why
They have
don't
the hot
Burger
dog.
Trying to
King
save themselves.
How about Burger King try to focus on maybe making their current menu items better and getting a hold of some of these franchise locations?
I mean, next they're going to be trying to sell rims out the damn back. That makes no. What's next?
You go to a Burger King down on the south side, you can get you some
I
rims
know, you sure can.
and a perm.
You know, I know.
Rims and a perm down there.
You know what would sell though? I guarantee it. If they just went triple Whopper, quadruple Whopper, people buy that stuff.
Right, but then the thing is,
Why
that
just buy heart
have
attacks,
you? You're not a professional fat guy like I am, Orly. But the Whoppers used to be able to be a double fister. You used to have to use two hands on the Whopper. Now you can hold a Whopper with two fingers. They're like the size of silver.
I had this girl
Shut up,
use
Lil D. They're like the size of silver dollars now. That's when I think Burger King started to lose it, because now the Whopper is almost the same size as the Big Mac, and the Big Mac ain't nothing but the size of a quarter.
Yeah, those are small.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But Burger King used to have a massive Whopper.
Maybe your hands got bigger.
No, my hands ain't.
Yeah, you ever thought
You
about
grew
that?
up. You grew up.
I grewed it up.
Yeah, have you ever thought about that?
You started eating Whoppers when you were like 2 years old, so they looked huge.
Yeah, have you ever thought about that?
My mom, Lil D, used to take Whoppers, put them in the food processor, blend them up into liquid, and feed it to me in my bottle.
I did.
Which would be really difficult to do.
'Cause you're older than me.
I ordered the way to get to the joke before me, ass. Jesus, why are you here?
Let's
Don't
go backwards.
understand.
Let's
You
go
know what?
backwards. Okay, go ahead.
Let's rewind the show back to when Rachel was
What'd you
on.
do?
That was a whole lot better than the crap we just did these last 24
Looks like you're
minutes.
banned again.
I know, damn it.
Suspended.
And
I
always
buried my last
and
show
I
till
always
like a
have
month.
to pay his fines. Every time he gets in
Yeah, you
trouble,
do.
I got to pay the
I
fine.
don't pay nothing.
Sorry, some of
I can't.
them
They'll take food stamps.
They don't
I'm
take
sorry.
EBT card.
They'll take food stamps. Yeah, I ain't trying to get my food stamps anyway. That's good money. That's good eating.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Burger King just can't get out of their way. They literally could not get out of their way. They keep trying to come up with new things that are just not going to work. I have a prediction for Burger King, though.
What's that?
The prediction for Burger King, I don't think we're going to have it around in, I would say, 5 years.
Was it broke? Why are they trying to fix it? I don't
know.
understand.
It wasn't broke. They never, I don't think that Burger King ever transitioned with the times like McDonald's did. McDonald's did what Burger King should have did, and it hurt McDonald's for a while. Remember when McDonald's started flipping all of their locations around to look more like Starbucks.
Okay.
They started doing that, and after McDonald's spent so much money on flipping their restaurants around to make it look more like Starbucks, it's called the Starbucks marketing effect, where Starbucks's business model is come in, we're going to make our restaurant and our environment so comfortable. That's why the colors are dark. That's why the restaurants are comfortable. The seating is more comfortable. They've got, a Wi-Fi everywhere. They got plugs everywhere because they want you to sit and stay to the point that you're thirsty again.
Well, look, we went to Wendy's in Chandler the other day, and it was one like they had a fireplace.
Exactly.
It had nice signage. It had all this. But the funny thing though is when you went to the counter, it was still some ghetto ass kid that was like, "What you want?" And I was like, "Huh?"
But it's called the Starbucks effect, where Starbucks has identified that, and the reason why Starbucks is the way that they are, and why they can charge, and why they're so popular, is because Starbucks wants to hold you in their store.
Hey,
and that's what McDonald's tried to do. McDonald's put hundreds of millions of dollars behind revamping so many other locations, including a lot here in the Phoenix area, and it trunked McDonald's for a while. McDonald's stock was plummeting, but they started coming back with new ideas that worked, that people wanted to eat. Burger King saw that the Starbucks effect was going to trunk McDonald's, but McDonald's took the risk and Burger King didn't. That's why now McDonald's is lapping Burger King, and Burger King is trying to catch up, because every time McDonald's releases something new, Burger King releases some new crap. And they just can't catch up because McDonald's left them, and then when McDonald's left them, everybody else, Wendy's took on the whole idea. They started revamping everything to that Starbucks stay a while till you get hungry again, and then come back up and get more food. That's what the Starbucks effect is. Burger King didn't want to do that.
But the thing on a lot of those is if you once you realize that I'm stuttering, you realize that it's all about the food, because the best food's like little hole in the wall. People don't care what the place looks like unless you're some fancy schmancy.
Well, Starbucks has a scientific methodology that has been proven that the way that a place looks, if it's inviting and it's comfortable, people stay until they're thirsty or hungry again. I'm guilty of it, man. There's sometimes, if I have a free Saturday where I don't have the kids or anything, I will get my laptop and I will go up the street to a Starbucks and just sit there, because it's a different environment. It's comfortable. I could sit there for a couple of hours. Hell, most of the interviews that we did before we found you happened at a Starbucks.
Let me ask you guys a question, and be truthful.
Yes.
I never had Starbucks coffee. Is it really worth the $8? Is it really good?
I think so.
I don't drink coffee.
I've never had coffee from Starbucks at all.
I'm a Starbucks apologist. I am a mocha frappuccino with whipped cream.
So is it really worth what you pay for it?
I think so. It's the way that they treat those beans, man. And I mean, Starbucks isn't an advertiser on the show, but if they were, man, I'd love it.
No, because
I'm a Starbucks apologist on the show. Dutch Brothers is good coffee, but Dutch Brothers has grown so fast and so wild that every Dutch Brothers location that I've ever seen in and around the city, it has a line of cars a mile long. Well, you know what, and I'm impatient.
My wife, she likes Dunkin' Donuts now. A lot of people like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I haven't tried
ask your wife, does she think it's better than Starbucks? Like, I want to try cheaper. Starbucks, but I don't. I'm gonna be pissed off if I spend that amount of money.
So you're like me. I'm cheap. Like, I'm not gonna sit there all day unless there's free refills.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, there's free refills? Nope. I'm out of here.
It's so expensive for some damn coffee, but I want to try it once. But I'm gonna be pissed off if
I don't drink coffee. I even went in one time and was like, I don't really like coffee. Make me something, and they just put like a bunch of chocolate and sugar, and it still didn't taste good.
What I do is go to Circle K and I buy their coffee, like the hazelnut, and then I mix it with hot chocolate, and it is so good. It is like less than $2. And it is like really, really good. It's hazelnut mixed with hot chocolate. That's what I do.
At Circle K?
Yep, Circle K.
You cheap son of a bitch.
You're damn right.
All right, folks. Thank you. I'm sorry to Justin Bieber. We just plumb ran out of time. Lip doesn't want me to say that anymore, but I said it. Hey, Lip, you got anything to add before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, sorry, Justin Bieber.
See, that's how you guys laugh, you asses of a horse. Backwards, you horse asses.
Asses of a horse. He just titled the show. We got to give a big thank you once again to Rachel Curtis.
Yeah, thank you, baby.
Give her a round of applause. Rachel Curtis Rachel Cruz coming on the show and just sharing. I could have talked to her through the whole
Hey,
hour.
Dave Ramsey has a daughter named Rachel Cruz.
Really
We'll have to
could.
have her back
We'll
one day.
definitely have to have her back, and if she's in Arizona, we might have to sneak her into the studio. Yup. All right, folks. Today's show, Lady K says off the Twitter, you will not like Starbucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said you won't like it.
Thank you, Lady K.
All right, thank you to the
white in
Bravo
there.
Tip or Pay app. Available now at trybravo.com or through the Bravo Tip or Pay app banner on FatGuyRadioShow.com. Available in iTunes and the Google Play Store. Download it today and discover how easy it is to tip or pay. Our website design is provided by Elite Web Management for corresponding with Fat Guy Radio Show. It's real easy. Send your letters or comments or questions to fatguyradioshow@gmail.com or click the mail button on our website. Interact with us on social media. Find Fat Guy Radio Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember, the video portion of the show is always available for replay on our exclusive Vimeo page. Don't forget to join me on After the Levels. A blog by Corey Blaze is my daily blog, just a daily extension of this show. Now featuring weekly emails free to all those who subscribe. We're going to be giving away a great prize for those that subscribe to After the Levels. So check it out at afterthelevels.com/subscribe. After the Levels, all from the mind of Corey Blaze. Have a business, product, or event? Advertise on this show. Email info@BDB Radio Network or visit bdbradio.com for affordable and customized rates. Spots are available now. For our executive producer, Philippius, Orly, and my little brother, Lil D.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm Corey Blaze reminding everyone, skinny people, fat people already know they're fat, so stop reminding us. Tell everybody you know about the show, and when they look at you, buy them a Starbucks coffee and say they'll make you laugh or depress the hell out of you, but you won't know until you listen. Join us next week. See you at the top. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some Mo Funk in it. Don't forget Halo Cigs, premium electronic cigarettes at fatguyradioshow.com/Halo Cigs. Make the switch today. There's an electronic cigarette and e-liquid for you. fatguyradioshow.com/Halo Cigs. That's all for now. Ta-ta.
It's a universal dilemma for a job well done. Reach into your pocket and find that there's none. The service was great, spectacular, grand. But alas, no cash in your pocket or coin in your hand. Conflicted you stand. This wasn't the plan. You honor the hard-working woman and man. But we have the solution for a job well done. And it only requires one swipe of the thumb. Click over here, click over there. Click for a tip with a price that is fair. From pizza and cab to the cutting of hair, settling debts, heck, even lawn care. Outfitters and sitters all deserve tippers. Not a world full of tip skippers. Just 1, 2, 3 and you're set to pay. Bravo, bravo, we dare do say. This cashless app is here to stay.